What's up guys, it's Frosty, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I found this video and I watched like a few seconds and I was already cracking up. So you'll see why I'm cracking up, but before we get into it, like the video, sub, and then finish the video so that you can actually comment. Alright? So this video is just what's the title? Being a protector, rules of modern dating, understanding women. It's complicated. So that's the video of today. So this guy is just asking these guys questions around. I'm going to, what's the name of his channel? It's Complicated Channel. So I'll link to the video. So let's get into it. He has to write that.
Why is it okay for women to feel entitled to being protected and provided for, but it is wrong for men to feel entitled to sex and intimacy?
Because we live in a double standard world.
Why is male sexuality so stigmatized?
Because we live in a double standard world.
That's because there's a double standard out here. These women, unfortunately, are taking over.
I think
This dude is great. Like, I was laughing at him like when I first saw the video. Damn, he looks so sad. Look at his face. I've never seen a man so worried in my life. Like, why are you so worried, bruh? These women are taking over. That's why I wanted to make this video. Damn, this dude is so funny, man. Damn. Oh god, these women are taking over. Let's see that one more time.
Because we live in a double standard world.
That's because there's a double standard out here. These women, unfortunately, are taking over.
Okay, that's enough laughter. That's enough laughter. Let's move on. Damn, this dude is so funny. Like, he didn't even have a point. What is he? Okay, I get where he's trying to get at, but whew, that was a good one. That was a good one.
I think the honest truth to this question is just because of the reputation guys have, which I mean isn't fair because a lot of guys aren't, like what their reputation holds up to as guys, and I don't think that's fair to like hold girls up to reputations as well. But yeah, I think the reputation of like guys being, horny or sleeping with any women.
That's fair. I feel like if women are entitled to be provided for, that men should be entitled to have a good sex life with their woman.
Okay, why do you think male sexuality is so stigmatized?
I think there's something wrong with me. As this chick was talking, I noticed the funny truck that was behind her. Like this one right here. Watch the truck as she speaks, but that's what I saw.
Good sex life with their woman.
Okay, why do you think male sexuality is so stigmatized?
Because the media shows a lot of what men do outside of like, a healthy relationship and things like that. And we tend to follow the media and stuff.
If women expect men to pay for sex, why don't men expect women to pay for bodyguards?
That's a good.
Alright, that's a good question. So alright, so let's actually get into the serious stuff. Enough laughter. But yeah, that double standard exists and it's very prevalent, especially in the dating world where, well, he used protection as an example, like being a protector and all that, but it goes to a lot of things. For example, a guy has to pay for the first date. A guy has to, like, for me, example, I'm going to say this, it's something personal. So there's this chick I met, right? And we hit it off. And then, so when it was time to pick her up, I picked her up, brought her to my crib. Then when it was time to, you know what I'm talking about. She tried to give the excuse like, not in the mood. And because I didn't have time and I didn't want to waste any time, I was like, I'd get in the car, I'm taking you back home. And then she gets pissed at me like, well, it's really, you need to understand that I won't be in the mood. I'm like, well, why didn't you tell me before I picked you up? It's like girls expect, I'm not bitter about it, it's just that I didn't get why she was now angry with me. I picked her up with the sole purpose, and I told her, sole purpose what we're going to do. So why is she being angry with me? That's the part that I don't understand. And it's because women are so entitled in today's age that they think that they can leverage sex with men. And they can because a lot of men allow it. That's what happens usually, like most of the time. And men allow it. So they do it because, well, a lot, like, let's just say at maximum 40%, maybe let's say 40% of men don't allow this. And then the rest allow it. And that's a larger number. So she's 6 out of 10 times she's meeting a guy who's going to allow her to do that. So by the time she gets to the guy who's not going to tolerate it, she already has 6 in the back pocket. So if you then multiply it by 10, that's now 60. By 100, 600 guys who are taking her BS. So I do understand why they do it, but then they shouldn't be angry with the guys who don't take that shit seriously.
Question. I think if you can combine the two, if I'm paying a woman to have sex, then I'm also guarding her body while I'm doing it to protect us. So I should also be compensated for my activities.
Bodyguard? Why would you need a bodyguard though?
Well, because women want men to protect them. So if women want men to protect them and men want women to provide sex, but women expect, men to pay for what they want, then why don't we expect you to pay for what you want?
Because we don't mean protect them like physically, we just mean like protect them like our hearts.
What do you
That's a lie. That's definitely a lie. I'm not saying this happens all the time, but when it does happen, it's a situation of life, death, or a serious mortally wounding someone. If I'm walking in the streets and a guy's trying to steal something from my girl, I'm expected to do something about it. Literally expected to do something about it. Someone breaks into the house, I gotta do something about that. Alright? But then being a protector is just a niche, because it's not always a girl is going to be in trouble. Like your girl being in trouble while you're there. It's not always. That's why I use the example of paying a date. Like paying on a date. You're required to pay on a date because, well, if you don't, you're not going to get that pussy. But then if you do pay for the date, you're not guaranteed to get that pussy. So it's just one of those where it's a double standard, and it's just one of those.
you think about the mixed messages men face that encourage him to be both strong and tough, but also open and vulnerable?
I think most guys are like put, if they are open and vulnerable, to either, I feel like most guy though friends like understand when they actually truly like settle down and love someone, they're like open for it. But when guys start getting close with a girl, they're like, oh, you're a simp and this and that. So a lot of guys.
That's not true. And I'm actually basing this, I would say in the last, I'm 24. And in the last, let's just say, because I'm actually quite young where something like this would mostly happen around my age. But I'd say I've had 3 sets of friends in the last 10 years. Okay? And these guys were totally different. The first group were very introverted group of friends, because I'm mostly introverted. So these guys, like these 2 guys that I would chill with, very introverted, and they both had a serious mindset when it comes to dating. And when they were dating, none of us made fun. We'd only make fun of the silly things, like let's say if he says "I love you, baby" on the phone, and then we just make fun because we were guys, we just want to make fun. But it wasn't us actually being serious, like that's so silly, you're being a simp. Never like that. And then the second group of friends were more outgoing, and they were out there. And the reason why I went to them as friends is because I wanted to emulate that. I wanted to be outgoing and all that. I was a kid, so obviously I just wanted to have some of that, because when you are outgoing and all that, a lot of things tend to look like they're easier. So when I was with them, if you actually decided to have a girl, they would only I remember this group of friends would actually grill me. They're like, are you sure you really like this chick? We want to make sure you're a G. We want to make sure that you really like her. If they really see that I'm just doing it for a certain thing where I don't really like it, that's when they'll make fun. But then if it's a serious thing, they wouldn't. Then the last group of friends that I have, these are the friends that I have now that I'm older. These guys actually want, I don't want to have a serious relationship. I don't want. And they've been pushing me to do so. And when I make fun of them, it's a moment where they say something really, really cringe, right? And I'm like, dude, what the hell did you say that? We laugh about it, but it's not like I'm trying to shame them. It's just one of those where, as guys, we communicate. It's not calling each other simps in order to diminish them having a relationship. That's a dumb thing to say, because mostly, and I've given 3 different scenarios. I'm not saying most guys are like this, and I'm not saying some guys are like this. I'm just saying from my experience, nah, that's not the case. That's completely not the case.
Will hold back, and like previously a lot of people I know, even myself, have had like ex-boyfriends say like, oh, you're a simp and this and that, but it's like they truly love you. So it's hard for guys, and I actually feel bad for them because they feel like they can't actually love someone without getting called a simp.
God.
Introducing Speechalo, the most natural sounding text-to-speech software on the market. Hey,
Sorry about that.
Does love have to last in order to be worthwhile?
Yes.
If everyone lived to be 1,000 years old, how likely would people never get sick of their partner?
They would get sick of their partner.
So then why should love last if people are more likely to get sick of their partner?
Well, just because you get sick of your partner doesn't mean that the love's not there.
Damn, a doubt.
Okay, I think I'll end it there. I started to make a video today, but basically, yeah, that's a very good question. Like, if, all right, that has made, like, one thing people make a mistake. This is what I wanted to say. I was just trying to connect the dots in my head. People need to understand that when you're in a relationship, it's not just about the love. That's the mistake people make. It's not just about the love. It's about duty and responsibility. All right, a man has a duty and responsibility to the woman, and the woman has a duty and responsibility to the man. The man is supposed to lead, provide, blah 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 blah. A woman is supposed to submit and follow the lead of the man, and the man, through that, by the woman choosing to do this, because submission is the woman submitting. A woman is so confident in herself that she feels like this is, if she finds the right man at least, she can submit to that man. And that's always a good thing, because the man will end up protecting her, providing for her, protecting her from herself. Most of the time, women use emotion most of the time as a driving factor. And what if you're feeling something that's going to destroy you in the future? A man can bring you back through masculine energy and logic to be like, no baby, if you do this, this is what's going to happen. It's not going to be good for you. It looks like it's going to be fun, but baby, no, it's not going to be fun. Something like that. If it's put before you like that, most probably the woman is going to understand. But if she doesn't understand, then that's where she's not submitting, and then she's going to do crazy shit, and then going to come back and blame the men. Anyways, yeah, that's Frosty. Yeah, this was like when I watched the first, let's just see that one more time. Like, that was real funny, to be honest. Like, when the dude was like, yeah, these women are taking over. Let's just see that one more time.
Because we live in a double standard world.
That's because there's a double standard out here. These women, unfortunately, are taking over.
And he sounds so tired, like, oh God, what's happening to us? But hey, anyways, that's Frosty. Just having fun out here. So make sure you like the video, you sub. Now that you finished the video, now you can comment. So yeah, this is Frosty, and I'm out.